So yeah, most SEO metrics that you look at are, pretty useless. People usually look at things like backlinks, they look at traffic, they look at tech issues, and no one really cares about this stuff. I was talking to a prospect today, and in that conversation, they were telling me about, hey, I have a dev and I'm working on. They're talking about metadata and that, hey, I'm going to be solving meta issues, and we're solving like this load times and stuff, and it just seems very odd. And I told that to them as well, that hey, that just doesn't seem, you wouldn't do that with any other channel. Like, they also mentioned ads in the same conversation, and then you would never talk about ads in that way. You would always say, I spent X amount, this happened, that didn't happen, quality of leads. You'll talk about those things. So the metrics or the way we look at SEO is definitely broken. The easiest way to switch that is to just start looking at marketing and sales qualified leads. Right? That could be a great start of the LinkedIn post. From there, we can start talking about the share of voice report. Well, our share, I think I haven't seen a better, or like the version of share of voice report that I have here is the version that works well for B2B SaaS companies. I'm sure there are other versions of this report that work well for other industries, but for B2B SaaS, this is the only version that works well. So the way we structured this version is we basically have, or the way share of voice works, I'll first explain that. The share of voice is basically, it has a couple of things. First would be, we look at, hey, what is the universe of keywords? What are all the keywords that as a company you would want to potentially rank for? And then what you want to know is that, okay, in this industry, if these are all the keywords that exist, how many of these keywords do you really rank for? And if that ratio that you can figure out, okay, what percentage do I own, what percentage does someone own? And that's a very, very good metric to sort of understand for SEO what a good share of voice looks like. Now, to take it a step further, what we in our report also do is we've sort of taken it and we start talking about bottom of the funnel share of voice. So there we are not only looking at all the numbers, but we also look at just on the bottom of the funnel what's happening. And in the same report, if you look at the report, right, in the exact same report that we have, not only do you see like the share of voice, you see the bottom of the funnel share of voice, but as you scroll down, you also get to see there are 6 things that will really help you understand why did someone else's share of voice suddenly go up or yours suddenly go down or anything. So we showed all of that right below it. In the LinkedIn post, we don't have to maybe talk about these 6 things, but we just show it right here, right? What the 6 are. And then with this, the kind of information, I think that, or the kind of inferences you can make is that, hey, this competitor of ours saw a massive increase in share of voice at this. Okay, then why did that happen? Well, in the same time period, they saw an increase in backlinks and they saw an increase in rankings. And because of that, they saw an increase in their traffic. So you can sort of see these things, and then you can make an inference that, oh, if these things are true, then probably the only thing that you can then see, okay, they didn't publish any new pages, but they got a lot of backlinks. So okay, the only thing that really happened was the backlink that they got this month really worked really well for them. Great. What can we learn and what can we do from that? Maybe we can also try and target the same places that they got backlinks from. Can we do that? And that becomes a very useful piece of information versus just looking at that. So right under the share of voice report, we have the 6 reports that really even answer that. And maybe in a different post, we can talk about everything else that we show in the exact same thing. And that is even more powerful. So yeah, I think that'll be cool.